Julian Assange, a thorn in the side of the U.S. government, as well as the Clinton campaign, now apparently blocked from the internet. Now, this coming shortly after WikiLeaks released another batch of email exposing insider information from the Clinton campaign. Ed Henry leads our coverage. Ed's live in Washington now, and the latest with Julian Assange is what? Ed, good morning to you.
Well, Bill, good to see you. I mean, the grand total of John Podesta-related emails pushed out there by WikiLeaks is now well over 10,000. And you're right, overnight, a lot of intrigue about whether WikiLeaks and the website met its demise, or perhaps maybe even something happened to Julian Assange himself amid all of these revelations. You see him there. All of this adding to a swirl of intrigue as to whether or not a state actor of some kind, is it the U.S. government, is it someone else, trying to block Assange and WikiLeaks from releasing even more damaging information ahead of that debate in Las Vegas on Wednesday night. It started with this tweet from WikiLeaks that said, Julian Assange's internet link has been intentionally severed by a state party. We have activated the appropriate contingency plans. Then there were a series of very odd tweets. Some marked pre-commitment, number one. Number two, number one was about John Kerry, the Secretary of State, of course, and then it had coding underneath that as if perhaps there were documents associated with that in case something happened to Assange and or the website. We're told early this morning that Assange is apparently okay, but is the website going to be up and running soon? We just simply don't know, Bill. And who is this state actor they're talking about? Is it the U.S. government or someone else? And why do they want to stop more revelations, Bill?
Got it. What are some of the latest revelations from the Clinton campaign emails, Ed?
Well, some of the big ones overnight involve these transcripts from the Wall Street speeches that Hillary Clinton repeatedly refused to release during those primaries. Could have been extremely damaging when she was trying to fight off Bernie Sanders in that Democratic battle. Progressives concerned that she was taking all of this money from Goldman Sachs and others in order to talk behind closed doors about her coziness with Wall Street, while in public she's talking about cracking down on them. One very interesting one that we have now is where she talked about how she believed that maybe a background in Wall Street would be good for political office, saying, quote, I would like to see more successful business people run for office. And I think it's important to have people with those experiences coming into public life and bringing that perspective, as well as the success and the insulation that success gives you, could really help in a lot of our political situations right now. If you think back to the first two debates, she repeatedly beat up on Donald Trump over his quote-unquote success in business and whether or not it's a mirage and whether or not he's just all about avoiding taxes and regulations, while behind closed doors with Goldman Sachs and others, she was telling a much different story. So that's the big overall revelation, is what she was saying behind closed doors that seems to be at odds with what she's saying in public, Bill.
Yeah, got it. Thank you. Ed Henry reporting on that from Washington. There will be more today, and we wait on that.